So Hurts in for the second play, and sparingly used over the past couple of games. Let's see what he can do. He's going to run, and it's a good run for Hurts as he takes it out to the 45-yard line.
And now having them pinned down at their own 10-yard line, expect that pressure to continue for Baltimore.
Jalen Hurts is in there and trying to create something, and he does. By far the best offensive play of the day for the Philadelphia Eagles. Chuck Clark eventually brings him down. That's a 20-yard rip for Jalen Hurts.
For Hurts. Throws it deep. And it is caught by Rager, the rookie from TCU. So the first and second round picks.
Yeah, and I think right now it's just to jumpstart your team. You just weren't doing anything. And with an offensive line that's not playing great, you know, you see what he can provide right there. He's able to get out, move. There was nobody open on the play before this.
To the end zone, touchdown! Jalen Hurts' first touchdown pass goes to Greg Ward.
Well, this is outstanding.
Should be a 3rd and 7. It's a 4-man rush. Hurts has time, though. Has a man wide open. It's Rager. First down and a lot more. Room to run all the way inside the 30. And then shoved out of bounds inside the 25. Rager was wide open, and he picks up 40. Blitz is coming. Hurts sees it, gets rid of it. It's caught for the touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey. There's a penalty back by the quarterback.
Each week during the course of the rest of the season, and that brings into your thing the balancing act that he's in.
Hurts going to keep it here. Tries to get to the edge and get a block. He'll do both. First down and more as Hurts. The run game has been successful for him today. Probably about 8-9 seconds. Eagles do have one timeout left. Hurts, pressure up the middle, rolling, looking, just going to run. He's got some space now. Hurts in field goal range, and now we'll go out of bounds to stop the clock with 18 seconds left. 24-yard pickup that time. Now 18 seconds left in the half. One timeout. Pressure again. Hurts looking to run. Got some room. Up inside the 10. Slides down inside the 10. And now they'll have to call their final timeout. Making the give, and it will be Hurts running with a lead blocker.
There we go.
First down, good block.
Jalen Hurts in his legs.
Rolling left. Sets up. And fires a strike. Touchdown. But a flag is down as well after the catch by Greg Ward. It's a little bit of everything. We've had touchdowns, a block punt, a safety, fumbles. Hurts able to escape. He's got some space, but he wants to throw it, and that's a wise decision. Zach Ertz taking it all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The rookie Hurts, second career start, going for the end zone. Yes, touchdown. Greg Ward, no, they're going to say incomplete. There was a difference of opinions. The officials get together and say he was out of bounds. Jalen Hurts setting up to throw. And wide open, Zach Ertz. And Ertz, just like that, out across the 40.
Watch Buda Baker here.
Hurts stepping up, he can run for it, and he does. First down. Rolling the dice. I don't know if that's how Doug Peterson intended this to work out, but it worked out. Eagles have not led. Remember, they trailed 16-0. Hurts up the middle. Hurts stretching out. Hurts touchdown. Tie ball game in the desert. On 3rd and 12, Arizona rushes 4. And Hurts has him wide open. Alshon Jeffrey. First down inside the 30. Here we go. Here we go. Hurts throws for it. Caught. First down. Eagles still have life. Travis Fulgham hauls it in.
Let a guy catch a curl in that situation.
Jalen Hurts having to go quick. Ball comes free. Hurts picks it up and then throws and completes it across the 50 to Dallas Goedert.
From the Cowboys 29, it's Hurts following the fake to Sanders. And Jalen Hurts has another Eagles first down. The New York Giants rooting for Carolina and Dallas following their loss in Baltimore. Hurts on first down, fires downfield. It's Deshaun Jackson back in the lineup. Missed the last 7 games, and he will take it 81 yards. A somersault into the end zone. His first touchdown of the season. Kenny, unbelievable. Look for a zone read. Third down and 1. It's Hurts after the fake to Howard. First down and more. Jalen Hurts finally forced out of bounds at the 44-yard line after a gain of 19. From the 45 as Hurts pulls it in.
Look at all the time.
Loads of time. Fires wide open in Cowboys territory. First down, Travis Fulgham. Steelers bounce back with a victory today to clinch the division as Hurts stays on his feet and then fires downfield. It is caught in Cowboys territory by the rookie Quez Watkins.
Third down and 1. Hurts keeping. First down and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts broke away from Jeremy Reeves and takes it to the end zone. Out of the pistol this time to take the Huntley. And Hurts fires along the sideline, and it's Rager able to haul it in. Makes the catch before he steps out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Chase Young got right in the face of Hurts. Empty backfield. Hurts stepping up, fires downfield, and it's contested, but somehow caught at the 7-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside makes the grab. What a catch.
That was a taste of what he was supposed to be.
Second round pick out of Stanford last year. Hurts to the end zone. Touchdown. The Philadelphia Eagles, who got behind 10-0 in a hurry, have now taken the lead.
Hurts looking left, lofting left, going for the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Devontae Smith, first NFL catch, is a score.
He got a lot of targets.
Just going to ask you about every tight end.
I love that.
The way it's going to go.
Taking over the league.
Hurts has time, got a man wide open, and it's caught. Hurts is there, coming back to get it, and he's into Atlanta territory. 9 seconds to go. First and goal. Pressure on Hurts. He's in trouble. Has to watch the clock. Rolling end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert. Oh, what a play from Hurts to Goedert. He's won 2 Super Bowls in this league. They do have 1 sack today. That's it. Here's Hurts on the pull. Has a block. Jalen Hurts, first down and more. Got a great block from Goedert out in front of the whole thing.
So aggressiveness from the defense is what you're looking for.
Ring 5. Hurts taking a deep shot. He's got his man. Quez Watkins. Big gainer. Down inside the 10. Hurts rolling along the edges again, trying to use his athleticism and speed, and he's going to be out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Jimmy Ward making the contact, and a late flag is thrown.
Just shy.
Now a quarterback sneak. Hurts trying to power ahead. A flag was thrown, though, from the near side of the field. It is ruled a touchdown. Keep that in mind. Ruled a touchdown initially, but we have to check the flag.
Third down and 8 for the Eagles. Dallas bringing everybody. Hurts gets rid of it. Middle of the field, and it is caught. A flag comes in. It's Quez Watkins on the catch.
He is playing as good as he ever has and playing himself right into the MVP conversation this season.
Hurts to throw. Throws Rager open for the first down. Pick up a 24.
That's right. Oh, he had some interesting choices as far as
He'll play any game. Anything where there's a winner or a loser. There's Hurts throwing for the end zone. It's caught for the Eagles. Touchdown. It's Greg Ward.
Second and goal. Hurts tosses. Oh, the hands. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert. What a snatch. Philadelphia back in front. Jalen Hurts and this Eagles offense has produced 158 yards so far in the first half. We have 9:25 to go, second quarter. Fake it, design, run for Jalen Hurts. If he was lefty, Earl Anthony.
One of my favorites, Tatus Inez.
Great game. 50 seconds to go. Hurts. Deep shot. Hauled in. Devontae Smith. Most penalized team in the NFL, Philadelphia. That's 5 now on the Eagles. Play action. Hurts steps, throws. Connection made to Devontae Smith. First down.
Like the battle, like the pride, trying to find a way to put some points on the board before this one's over.
Final 10 seconds. Hurts. Touchdown. Greg Ward. And some window dressing.
Panthers show pressure. Hurts lofting downfield. Quez Watkins all alone. Watkins inside the 10. The big play the Eagles have been searching for. 53 yards to Watkins. They sneak it with Hurts. Jalen Hurts breaks the plane. Touchdown Eagles. Philly finally finding the end zone here in the closing seconds of the third quarter. Back-to-back runs. Hurts has all kinds of room. Jalen Hurts crosses the 40. Pressure coming. Hurts delivers. He's got a man inside the 10. Dallas Goedert sets up first and goal.
Through his hands.
Straight ahead, it's Hurts pulling left side. He's in. The Eagles take the lead with 2:38. Third two-point conversion try of the season for him. Wide snap. He's somehow able to get it into the back of the end zone. Devontae Smith. Hurts has room, has speed, has a touchdown.
Yeah, as many battles as John Runyon had with Michael Strahan, I half expected to see him here tonight.
Here's Hurts out to his right, chased, and able to complete. And it's a catch. Hurts, touchdown, Philadelphia. They're 3 for 3 this season. They are 4 for 4. Quez Watkins, 6-point game.
Pues estamos de vuelta con ustedes, tocando a la puerta las Águilas después de la primera ofensiva del partido. Pase completo de Jalen Hurts para Kenneth Gainwell y así Filadelfia está pegando primero y tomando la ventaja. Bienvenidos a esta transmisión, fanáticos de Eagles, fanáticos de Raiders. Aquí les saludamos.
Boston Scott now in the backfield for Philadelphia. Second down and 9 off the fake to Scott. Hurts under pressure from Ngakoue. Now he throws. Smith was wide open, and it is ruled a catch in Raiders territory. On first down, Hurts pulls it in. Now he throws, and the catch is made for a first down by Quez Watkins. Second down and 9. As Hurts takes off. Hurts is inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 6. Third down and 10. Under 4 minutes on the clock. Hurts again under pressure. Rolling right. Now he throws. Whoa! And it is caught and taken in for a touchdown by Rager. Trailing by 13, looking to cut the Raider lead to 11, and they do. Goddard, 2-point conversion.
0-7 are the Eagles when you call games. I just wanted to put that out there for the Eagles fans.
I appreciate you keeping track. Oh, they know. Hurts spins out of trouble. Inside the 10, and still going. Finally tackled at the 5-yard line by Darius Slay's cousin, Tracy Walker.
But this is exactly what the Lions need to do defensively to respond.
Eagles still without Jalen Rager, injured in the first half. On 3rd and 12, Hurts will pick up a first down and much more. Spent some time with Mike Sherman at Texas A&M. Pass caught out at midfield. Eagles must get to the Lions 47 for a first down. As Hurts fires, and the catch is made by Devontae Smith for an Eagles first down. That's his first catch today.
Linebackers, no gain on the play.
Remember, Philadelphia changed their tempo a little bit in the first half, upped it a little bit on the last couple of drives where they would just kind of get back to the line of scrimmage. It wasn't a super hurry up, but it stayed at the line of scrimmage. Problem for whoever's trying to block. This time it's Jordan Mailata, but he's looking inside, and no one even picks him up. The back goes out on his route, what they call scat protection. He doesn't even step up to help out on that one. Get it or punt. They could go on 4th.
They're down at 4, deep drop. Hurts loops out of trouble. Hurts trying to create with his legs. He does, going airborne. Where's the spot? It's enough. First down. Jalen Hurts earns it.
They talk about his intensity. They talk about his leadership. This is leadership. This point of the ball game is what teams always talk about. Gotta have it on certain plays, and he knew his team needed it.
Approaching the 6-minute mark of the 4th. Scott in the backfield. Hurts. Hooks a pass. Got his man, Devontae Smith. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Terrific start to this quarter. Hurts. Looking. Going deep. Down the far sideline. It is to the end zone and caught by Devontae Smith for the touchdown. It's really started to become the feature. Hurts. Gonna pull it down and run. And will he run? Midfield, 40, 35, to about the 33-yard line before Justin Simmons drags him down. That's a 32-yard run.
Eagles red zone offense against Denver's red zone defense.
The pass to the end zone, touchdown! Devontae Smith once again on the receiving end. They're going to go right back to the line to try to sneak it. A flag was thrown on the snap. A lot to sort out, but the ruling is touchdown. The ruling on the field is touchdown. We'll check the marker.
See if you can orchestrate from there.
Hurts, he's got all the space in the world to run. Now he's going to take off, trying to beat Davis to the edge. And Demario Davis forced him out shy of the goal line. A big third down. Hurts keeps, Hurts cuts, Hurts has the first down. And Jalen Hurts might have just put it away for the Eagles. Touchdown, his 3rd of the day. 2nd and 8. Hurts downhill and a first down inside the Giants' 45-yard line. J.R. Reed. Miles Sanders is back in the game now. Hurts faked it to him and kept it. And he's just so athletic. He's got such good agility.
Make sure your quarterback is the guy running this football.
Here he is. He's got Arcega-Whiteside with a block on Aaron Robinson in space. Another well-designed run to get a first down for Philadelphia. On 2nd and 12, play action. Hurts going to try to scramble away, and Hurts will throw it up the sideline. Caught but out of bounds. Hurts off the play fake. All day to throw. Looking deep for his tight end Goddard, and the ball is caught. Goddard with a catch at the 31. 2nd and goal. Hurts, the sneak, the touchdown for the Eagles.
Look at Jason Kelsey. Or sneak.
It's the sneak. Hurts into the end zone, and the Eagles, for the first time tonight, take the lead.
I remember watching him do that.
Hurts off the play fake, going to scramble. He's got the first down and more. Hurts sliding across midfield and down at the Washington 48.
But that's where Jalen Reagor's most effective.
Hurts on the run, the throw for the end zone. It is caught. Greg Ward. What a catch. His first touchdown since October 3rd.
Logan Ryan, who grew up in South Jersey, watching this rivalry. 2nd down and 10. Hurts fires downfield, looking for Smith. He's got it. Devontae Smith makes the catch and is marked down at the Giants' 14-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Hurts fires downfield. And this pass is caught by Quez Watkins.
Easy pass.
3rd and goal. Hurts rolling right. Throws to the end zone.
Did he stay in bounds?
No signal yet. Now there it is. Touchdown.
That'd be a big blow. 2 running backs out.
Off the fake to Boston Scott. To the end zone. Touchdown. Lane Johnson. The right tackle.
Is he going to get up there, Kenny? Oh, he can't get up there.
Is that a link leap?
I don't know what that was.
Motion Goddard to the backfield, and on play action. Hurts sets. Complete. Devontae Smith catch and run, and a big gain for Philadelphia. Pushed out of bounds by Bobby McCain. 3rd and 8 now after the loss. Hurts tucks it. He becomes a runner. Jalen Hurts runs for a first down and more. And he slides in midfield. That ankle's looking all right today in the first half.
3rd down and 7. Hurts steps into it. Pass is caught. And a first down out to the 48 by Goddard. Eagles need one here. Pass is floated for Watkins, and they get it. Quez Watkins down to the 27.
Stick with that game plan.
Hurts out to his left. He's got a man for the first down. That is Goddard. Hurts, a sprint. And now throws. It is caught by Devontae Smith for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts keeps it. Hurts runs it in for the touchdown. Picking up right where he left off a year ago. Good protection for Jalen Hurts, who takes a shot, and he's got A.J. Brown inside the 10, inside the 5.
From just inside the 4, Hurts to the end zone for the touchdown. Second down and 8 for the Eagles at their own 47. Good protection again, launch downfield. Watkins wide open, touchdown. Hurts keeps around the edge and bends it back down, fighting for the end zone. What a run! Touchdown Philadelphia. Second of the night for Hurts.
That ball belongs to me. I'm going to go get it.
Hurts, deep ball. Devontae Smith looking for separation. Was he in bounds? He was. That's a catch down to the 16.
Given a huge relief for this offense coming off the goal line.
And they're going tempo again, and that means A.J. Brown's going to go up against Fuller and bring it down in Washington territory. This is what A.J. Brown has done in his first 3 games with his old buddy Jalen Hurts. Trying to communicate through the noise. Hurts, slant, Brown, lunge, touchdown Philadelphia. A.J. Brown snatched it out of the air for the score. It's Hurts. It's a deep ball. Looking for Devontae Smith. What a catch! Inside the 5. They are moving that clock. Here is Hurts to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown by Devontae Smith on a contested attempt.
Big 3rd and goal here for the Eagles. They snap it just outside the 16. Hurts gonna run it inside the 10, inside the 5, tackled right around the 3-yard line.
With this weather, you got A.J. Brown in the slot.
Smith in motion. Hurts on 4th and goal. He's gonna run for it. Hurts. Football is loose. What's the call here? Now they say touchdown. The officials say that Hurts broke the plane before it came loose.
I mean, that's impressive. You don't even get those. Look at this lineup in the backfield. You don't even get those 3rd quarter numbers. Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts behind a wall of Eagles, powering his way in. Jalen Hurts from the pocket, now on the move again. He's got room to run for the first down. He's on his way, and a lot more than that to the 10-yard line. Straight ahead is Jalen Hurts, and that's an Eagles touchdown. He's 2 for 2. Cowboys bring 4. Hurts just takes off in the middle, makes a move. It's to the 16-yard line, 6 shy of the first down. Just the 3rd completion of the second half. Eagles go quick. Hurts reads it, throws it, touchdown, Devontae Smith. There is a flag down 2 in the end zone.
Other guys running RPOs aren't running their quarterbacks as much. You know, the Aaron Rodgers of the world.
Second and 10. Oh boy, deep ball it is. And it is caught for the touchdown. A.J. Brown from 39 yards out.
And this is why you go give up a lot of precious resources to bring in a top flight wide receiver. A.J. Brown off to an incredible start in his career.
11th play of this drive. It's 3rd and 8. Down the field they go, and he's got a second touchdown of the game. A.J. Brown. Unstoppable so far. Yeah, he's a coach's son, and he knows that you never get ahead of yourself. As Hurts going down the field. Can they do it again? Yes, they can! A.J. Brown, incredible. Touchdown number 3.
You know, if you get 3 touchdowns, I guess you're allowed to point fingers and get a penalty because that's going to be a little too cocky. There's that guy. He's down. Look at that room up top.
Last 3 plays have gone for first downs. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Pascal with the touchdown.
That's how simple this game is, Jim. He comes down. Let's take a shot. They stay back. We'll hand it off and do the RPO game. Really hard to stop, though, because it's a numbers game.
Hurts. Open. Caught. 1st and goal. 2nd and 10. Hurts. Time. Throws. Caught. Touchdown, Brown. Well, you could only keep him down for so long. And the Eagles take the lead. Fly, Eagles, fly. Got it into the slot and into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. Goes number 1.
On yet another takeaway by this defense, 19th of the year. At the 18 of Washington, Hurts takes off. Right up the gut, 1st and goal. Hurts keeps and got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. NFL high 11 defensive pass interference calls against this Washington defense. Hurts pops up, throws, pass caught, touchdown, Goddard.
That's where it starts, at the top. There's been a lot of winning going on in Philadelphia since he took over in '94.
Pass is caught, Smith, touchdown, Philadelphia.
Four catches, 80 yards last week. Had that big fumble against Washington. It's going to be Hurts. Hit inside the 5. Hurts to throw it. Hurts on time. Catch made. Devontae Smith. 1st down out near midfield. Philadelphia in a 10-point hole. They are 8-1, tied with Minnesota for best record in the NFL. Shotgun snap to Hurts. Hurts circling. Hurts has space and speed. Hurts breaks a tackle. Spin move by Hurts. Finally brought down inside the 25. Rodney Thomas the second. Hurts pulls the trigger. End zone. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. Philadelphia back in it. Hurts will run. Takes it in. Touchdown. Nothing in front of him except the end zone. And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead.
A foul for a horse collar. 3rd and 6. Hurts design run takes off. Easily the 1st down. Hurts on his way. 1st and goal for Philadelphia. The legs of Hurts on this opening drive. Fake to Gainwell. Hurts has a lot of space over here. Taking off. Anybody going to catch him? All the way down to the 5-yard line. At the 44-yard line. Here's Hurts, design run, adding to that big total tonight. Pulled down at the 38-yard line. We do have an actual flag thrown on the field. This is where the hole opened up for Hurts. He brought that up earlier in the year. He wanted more of that. 2nd and 10, Hurts. Going to try the other side this time. Coming back to get it for the touchdown. Quez Watkins. To Aaron Rodgers, looking at his rib area from what we hear on the sideline. 2nd and goal here. Hurts throwing. End zone touchdown. A.J. Brown gets the feet down. Hurts' second touchdown pass of the game. And a 2-score lead.
Hurts again all day, going deep for the end zone. He's got it. Smith in for the touchdown. Hurts lofting deep again. Brown is wide open and he catches. He's going to walk in backwards. There's a penalty on the play and an injured Titan. It's Christian Fulton. Second and goal. Design run again to the outside. Hurts trying to get there. And he's in for the touchdown. Second down and 3 after the 7-yard gain. Couple pumps. Hurts going deep for A.J. Brown. He has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
On 4th and 7. Hurts lofts it for Smith. It's a touchdown! Devontae Smith! And Nick Sirianni loves it. And a first down pass play. Jalen Hurts has been locked in so far. Wants it all and has Brown. One play to get in the end zone. A.J. Brown for the 10th time this year. Hurts design run. Didn't see much of this in the first half. Another big hole already across midfield. 4 to choose from near side. Instead, Hurts takes off and gashes them. Touchdown, Philly. And it's Jalen Hurts on the ground.
He's traveling with him, so he just keeps following him around the field.
Not always something they do with Johnson, but today, a lot of the time he has been. 3rd and short. Hurts goes deep. Smith over the shoulder makes the play. On 3rd and 8, pressure coming out of the secondary. Hurts hard and took off. End zone ahead, touchdown. 22 yards. He straight up sliced them. They're going to sneak it with Hurts, and he's in. Second touchdown of the day for Jalen Hurts. Pressure coming. Hurts wants it all with Brown. A.J. Brown beating Johnson. Staying in. Taking it inside the 10. Hustling play by Brisker to save the touchdown. It is the sneak, and it's Hurts surging forward, but a flag down. He's in for the touchdown, but there is a flag. Hey, Juergens, the receiver, was lined up over center there with a shift. Into the sneak formation, and Hurts, almost untouched, crosses the goal line. So they get the 2.
They're going to feel like he's not going to want to move and run. They're just going to try and go after him.
Nickel package here for the Giants. Hurts hooks a pass downfield, coming back for it. A.J. Brown. The timing worked.
And Thibodeau has really grown here in his rookie season. 2nd down and 8. First pass play from Jalen Hurts, who's well protected. Wants Smith, perfectly thrown. Inside the 35 as Smith beat Adoree Jackson for 32 yards.
Well, he gets Julian Love flat-footed at the safety position. Watch him run up on number 20. He's in his back pedal. He doesn't get out of his break clean, and there's the separation by Devontae Smith for the big catch.
And you're talking about the shoulder. 2nd and goal. A juggle of the snap. Hurts found it, and there's the end zone ahead for another Philadelphia touchdown. What a machine. What a machine this Eagles offense is.
A huge amount of credit to him for doing it on his own, away from the facility in the offseason, and then coming back to hit the ground running.
Deep ball here. Dallas Goedert, first down. Perfect throw. Feathered in there to Goedert, who's had a nice day.
They need 3. Hurts
Runs out of the pocket, looking, throwing deep. Devontae Smith, one-hander. It's the end. He's got it. First and goal, Philadelphia. Hurts, design run, lead block of Kelsey. Hurts, first down. And running his way down inside the 23 with a good lead block and a pickup of 12.
Unwilling to take those hits, his effectiveness as a runner deteriorates.
Another design run and breaks a tackle. Hurts still on his feet. First down and more. First and goal. Eagles and a late flag and a couple of them.
For this Eagles offense.
Gonna sneak it again. Hurts looking for a push from behind. He is waiting for a signal in. Touchdown, Eagles.
We got a lot of big bodies in there. Take a look how many guys are inside there.
Gotta go for it. Surging forward is Hurts. No signal yet. There's a penalty flag in the middle of that. Nothing was signaled as of right now. Yeah.
Offside defense. Lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty will be declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
And so there you go. It is a touchdown. Hurts has all day, loading up, taking a shot, looking for A.J. Brown. He's got it! Touchdown! Hurts, design run with room out across the 30 and still going for a first down. For Bolton chased him down. Who else? Four-man rush, quarterback run. Hurts using his legs, stays up, and room to run. Jalen Hurts inside the 20. Boy, he almost got tripped up early, but a big gainer for Hurts and a first down. Now Hurts on the keep, has a seam, and Jalen Hurts is in for the touchdown. His second rushing touchdown today. 3rd and 6. Hurts has a lot of time. Hurts firing for Goddard, and he hauled it in. Great catch by Dallas Goedert to convert. Justin Reed all over him. Got to get to the 34. Hurts lost one. Goddard. Did he hang on? What a catch! Dallas Goedert has got it for a first down. Oh my goodness.
You always want to block the inside rushers, leave the widest men free.
Hurts has some time, going deep. Got a man, Devontae Smith. He's got it. He is out of bounds at the 1.
And push it in.
First and goal. They try to shove Hurts over the end zone, waiting for a signal. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. And now they have to go for 2 for the tie, you would think. The 46-yard pass to Smith sets up Hurts with another rushing touchdown. A Super Bowl record, by the way, for quarterbacks. That's his 3rd. Hurts looking for a block, and he gets there. He's in. We're tied at Super Bowl 57.
Kelsey, the great veteran center, to snap it back. Hurts, the quarterback draw. Hurts, through traffic, is able to pick up the first down before Mills cuts off the angle. 2 giveaways in this opening quarter. First and goal. Rollout. Hurts fires end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown.
Sprint right.
Devontae Smith cradles it like a baby. And 5 yards out.
Didn't do that much over the years. Started to do it a little bit last year.
Got time. And he's got Brown for a first down. There's all kinds of space off of Gonzalez that time.
Play action. Going deep. Getting position and making the catch is Devontae Smith. 2nd and goal. Are they going to push him in? They're lined up to do that. Yep. In there. Touchdown. Here we go. The push. The touchdown. Jalen Hurts takes it in. Third and 4. Here comes pressure. There goes the ball wide open. It is Smith again. All the way for the touchdown.
Just got it away. Hurts. Good protection. Time runs out. Touchdown, Zacchaeus. Hurts took it in. No signal. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
There was a big load on Tom Brady's shoulders to get them to where they got last year.
A.J. Brown wide open. Breaks the tackle of Delaney. And knocked out at the 25.
Push here in the center with everybody, or we can move it to the outside, and I'll just do it.
Here's the deep ball. Got hit as he let it go. Oh, Devontae Smith. What a catch. Gainwell stays in. He hasn't carried it today. It's been all pass when he's been in the backfield. He's got Brown. A.J. Brown cuts it back. Looking for the end zone. Inside the 15. Inside the 10. He's in. And the Eagles have their first lead. On 2nd and 4. Hurts looking to throw. Going end zone. Wants Brown. It's there. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Third and goal. Hurts firing end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Dallas Goedert. Play clock at 1. Hurts quarterback draw, looking for a seam. Oh, he's got it. Hurts, nifty run. What a patient run by Jalen Hurts to get down to the 34 and pick up a first down with a 12-yard rush. Hurts straight ahead, surging forward. No signal yet. Touchdown. It worked again. What a drive. Pressure. Hurts going for Goedert. He's got it. Dallas Goedert on his feet, surging down to the 30. A big play for the Eagles as Dallas Goedert's had himself a day. Here's Hurts all day, loaded up, going deep. A.J. Brown has got it, and a big one down to the 40. And there's the explosive.
4th and goal. Empty backfield. Hurts on the keep. Hurts will not get there.
Oh, I don't know.
Did he lean in late? The Jets say he stopped. The Eagles say touchdown. The officials are signaling the play dead. Let's wait and see.
This red zone's got to be cleaned up.
2nd and goal. Hurts throws. Swift, a little juggle. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown.
They mount up on you and they add up. It makes it tough.
3rd and 6 from the 22. Hurts airing it deep for A.J. Brown, and Brown pulls it in. Did he get his feet in? He did! A teardrop from Jay.
Easier said than done.
3rd and 7. Late pressure. Hurts hit as he throws. Complete. First down. Dallas Goedert gets the first down to the Philly 45.
From the 1. Hurts pushing forward. The leader in quarterback runs for touchdown in the NFL. Adding to it with another one.
That's evaporated here. The Hurts turnovers continue to be a story.
down. Hurts throws on the run. It is complete for the first down inside the 40-yard line as he connects with Devontae Smith. Final half minute of this third quarter. Eagles trying to retake the lead. Hurts complete. Through the tackle is Brown. To the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Huge difference in the game. 5:45 to go. Hurts a first down throw. Hit as he throws for Brown downfield. AJ got it at the 10-yard line between Kohu and Elliott.
Hurts open in the middle of the field to the 15 and another first down for the Eagles. And Smith once again hauls that in. 40 seconds to go. Hurts firing for the end zone and a one-handed attempt. Oh my goodness! A.J. Brown with an amazing touchdown. Third down 7. Hurts pocket prone and what a move! A.J. Brown comes back to the ball for an Eagle touchdown. He's just uncoverable. I'll write that down. Second and 10.
Got him.
Wide open. Catch made into the end zone. Devontae Smith with an Eagles touchdown.
That's what you're trying to do if you're Washington right now.
Hesitation. Hurts. End zone throw. And yes! Julio Jones with an Eagle touchdown.
A lot of really nice things to say about the job Brian Johnson's done.
Here's Hurts, third and long. Fires over the middle, and it's caught for a first down. Devontae Smith.
Not sure if they got the right people out there.
Brotherly shove time. They shoves him in by 2 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hurts. Pressure from Armstrong. Man wide open. It is Swift who makes the catch, has a first down inside the 30. To throw it again. 4-man pressure. Hurts going deep for the end zone. Devontae Smith has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Another blitz. Hurts takes it right up the gut. Touchdown, Eagles. Here's a shot for Smith. He's got it. They're going to mark him at the 1. And here comes the Eagles specialty. The push. And the penalty flag on this play. A touchdown is the call. But again, a flag on the play.
First down from the 42. Hurts thought about loading it up, now takes off. Oh, nice cut. Down to the 25. And a big gain for the first down. 1.5 yards. And they're already going to their trademark play. Hurts. Powers. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He still got it. Throws to the end zone, and it's caught by A.J. Brown for the touchdown.
They were all over the inside run. This whole drive was the adjustment of this Philly staff.
Pressure coming in by Floyd. Hurts is going to run for it with plenty to spare. Here's a 2nd and 5. Hurts going for the end zone, and right there with the catch for the touchdown is Devontae Smith. Here's a 3rd and 15. Hurts looking for his second option. Pointing, planting, firing to the end zone, and it is caught! Oh, what a play for the Eagles! Zacchaeus brings it in for the touchdown.
This would be a backbreaker for Buffalo fans, and this would be the pedigree of championship teams.
There goes Hurts. Hurts to the end zone, and the Eagles have won it in overtime. That's the
brotherly shove again. Hurts is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Keep the drive alive, and as you said, Deebo Samuel takes it to the house. The game can flip like that.
Here's Hurts. All day, can't find him. And now he's got A.J. Brown across the middle and inside the 20 for a big gain.
They got their pass rushers in now for Dallas.
3rd and 16. Hurts stepping up, firing in the middle. It's caught. Devontae Smith to the 21-yard line. Big first down for the Eagles, a gain of 30. 2nd and 11. Here comes the pressure. It's picked up for A.J. Brown. Back shoulder down at the 19-yard line. Big man, strong hands, gain of 23 to A.J.
Too many turnovers, and that was their demise.
Here is Hurts over the right side, and what a good start for Jalen Hurts. On first down, he keeps. Hurts trying to take it in, diving for the touchdown. Time runs out on Hurts, and there he goes. A lot of room and a first down carry for Jalen. 13 yards. Here it comes again. And a touchdown is the result. Although no signal yet. Sure looked like he was in. And now they do. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
He was able to make on the go ball, and a good throw and read by Drew Lock.
Hurts will take off. And the Eagles aren't finished yet. They'll use a timeout.
Rest of the league trying to duplicate it. Nobody can do it like these guys can. Got it with the assist. Hurts into the end zone. On 3rd and 3, Smith comes in motion. High snap through Hurts' hands. Able to get to it. Able to throw it. And they're going to get a first down out of it. It's Grant Calcaterra's first catch of the season. So the drive set up at the 48-yard line. It is Hurts to run. Jalen Hurts breaks free. Yeah, on the first play of the drive, he's got 17 yards. 2nd down and 10, just a 3-man rush. Hurts with time. Smith's wide open. Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. 37 yards, Hurts to Smith. It has things seeming extra off-kilter. Trying to end this 3-game skid. 3rd down and a mile. Hurts steps up and delivers. Oh, perfect strike. Will that change things for the Eagles? He's the motion man on 2nd and 8. Hurts is saying, hey, chill. Good, enough motion. He swings out. Hurts back to the end zone. It's a touchdown. It's Julio Jones. Jalen Hurts is saying, all right, Kenny, let me handle this passing stuff.
Let's get back to Julio.
Steps up, throws on the run. It is Julio Jones for his 2nd touchdown. From the 36-yard line, under 20 seconds. Hurts steps up and runs, looking for the sideline. He'll get there near midfield.
Fake it to Swift. Good protection this time. Aired out. Smith got him. Devontae to the 5.
And they've gotten after Hurts in the pass rush.
Here's one downfield for Smith. And a first down inside the 40. And some life for the Eagles at the end of the 3rd quarter as Devontae Smith gets 20.
I agree. And the job that he has done this year, nobody wants to admit to it, but this was not a team expected to do anything.
This is a catch, and a good one at that by Devontae Smith.